Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Senada, Serumpun Satu Nada.
Senada.
Senada.
Agaknya macam tu lah. Work in
Itulah.
progress.
Gitu, apa ni terbayang Paris Hilton dengan
Masya Allah.
So apa cerita Senada ni benda? Benda?
Tak tahulah, serumpun satu nada.
apa dia?
Suddenly we were just thinking about it kan.
Ya. So satu hari tu kita orang macam lepak-lepak. Lepas tu we decided to macam jom buat podcast sebab kita selalu cakap-cakap ni macam cakap kosong. Might as well kita
Betul.
record this and show you guys what we actually talk about lah when
Yeah.
we lepak.
So basically kita nak rungkai kan, cerakin kan,
Cerakin.
lagi
Bahasa tu.
Dan kita
boleh
nak
pakai untuk lirik, so.
kita nak kupas whatever music stuff lah dekat Malaysia kan,
Ya.
dekat Malaysia dan Indonesia. So, sebab tu ada serumpun Senada tu. Dan kalau kita tengok sekarang kekurangan podcast lah yang cerita pasal muzik, asyik cerita pasal politik, cerita pasal hantu, cerita pasal orang, cerita pasal sukan, cerita pasal apa lagi?
dia bukan cerita pasal apa tapi makan fries.
Lapar shoot. Tengok kau je bolu aku lapar.
Baulu.
Kan?
Sila,
Baulu
sila.
ni ada
Baulu.
Panas lah.
Baulu.
Yeah.
Sila. Tak makan.
Take care.
No, I think one of the things kita betul-betul nak buat tu is just to share our insight kan. I think there's banyak orang yang nak tahu what actually we're thinking about, kan, apa yang kita boleh share. Mesti banyak lah yang common understanding ataupun common pemahaman lah ya kan tentang music, and we would like to hear from other musicians as well kalau boleh lah.
Ya.
Dan kita pun tak cakap kosong sebab Stone Bay dah berapa tahun dah dalam industri.
Oh, dah lama.
ya. Kita kena introduce
introduce sikit lah kan. Kita, I mean,
introduce ourselves lah.
Ya.
On the right kita ada
Oh,
aku nak minum.
nak minum kopi dulu.
Dia macam ni, okay. Cerita dia...
Okay, aku introduce kau introduce aku.
Boleh?
Introduce.
Boleh.
Okay. Synchronize sikit dah.
Dia macam tanya-tanya soalan sikit lah.
Dia lain sikit lah. Kalau korang follow band-band indie, mungkin korang kenal kita orang lah. Kalau korang tak follow, ni lah masanya untuk follow. So,
No,
on
it's
the
the
right
time.
kita ada Mr. Ronnie yang didatangkan khas
Daripada
dari Indonesia.
Hey.
Walaupun dia dari Indonesia, tapi dia dah macam orang Melayu, macam Malaysia lah.
Dah macam Malaysia.
Dah macam
Dah macam orang Malaysia.
Dah ada Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Indonesian yang lama dekat Malaysia.
Apa cerita Ronnie?
I dah lama duduk sini memang. Dah tak ada lagi.
Kau Indonesia kat mana?
Java tak ada. Jakarta bro.
Kata
Kalau cakap Jakarta kena Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Kalau Mak Saleh cakap Jakarta.
Jakarta Timur ke Barat
Selatan.
ke Selatan.
Sorry, Barat. Selatan tu duduk, tapi Barat is my ID lah. ID
So,
Jakarta
kau-
Barat.
Apa? Duduk Malaysia ni permanent ke apa?
Dah lama dah dari 95 bro.
So memang PR lah.
Masa landing tu dekat Subang Airport dulu. Subang Airport bro.
How old were you then?
I think I was 13 kot.
So memang kau orang Malaysia lah.
Ada orang Malaysia lah.
Nak tunjuk yang memang Ronnie ni memang betul. I mean, I was married kan dekat
Married to Ronnie. Dia betul.
kahwin dekat
Almost.
Kelang lah, dekat Kelang lah kan. So
Okay.
basically ada entourage lah kan. Nak pergi tu, ada pengantin perempuan kan. Kata saya, of all the people yang lead this entourage is an Indonesian. So that's how
So kita semua kumpul kat KL, OJ punya uncle rumah. Then kat Bukit Tungku. Then after that there's 16 cars all together.
Tak, macam mana kau?
So aku yang lead.
Escort?
Aku yang escort. Aku lead 16 cars. Jangan sampai hilang
an
lah.
Indonesian is leading an Indonesian to
From Bukit Tungku all the way
Bukit
to Klang. Klang pula. Teluk Panglima Garang.
Teluk Panggil.
Itu tempat rare tau.
Itulah pasal.
Kalau kau kena terror lah. Baru tahu pergi sana.
Dulu mana ada Google Map bagai semua tak ada. So
So Ronnie dengan Wajid daripada Stone Bay dah berapa lama dah dalam industri?
I think
you started like 95 right, the band.
95 lah when I was like
95.
when I was like 15 years old.
Sekolah.
So betul lah 15 aku 13 lah masa
15
datang
was
lah.
that like 3 tahun lepas.
Masih 15 lah.
So sekarang 18 lah.
Kau dah start the band
I
since
baru lahir,
95.
weh.
Since 95 kau dah start the band.
95 Stone Bay lah. But again lah different band members kan. So sekarang ni with Ronnie, with Alvin dengan Afiq especially kan. So we are now.
So macam how was it like
the
masa
band
95 tu? Masa kau buat band tu. Apa kau punya
memang hancur lah man.
Band,
Ada tak aku cakap band memang
band
hancur.
foto awal pun dekat toilet bro.
Dekat toilet bro.
Macam 95 serius babe. Zaman sekolah tau. Sekolah lagi. Tapi masa tu tengah break Nirvana baru meninggal.
Baru meninggal.
95.
Betul.
Yeah,
So lepas tu masuk Oasis. Kecoh sikit. Then Green Day boom. So masa tu korang macam mana?
So I think that was the reason kan, because when all this grunge was happening, so kita as 15-year-old rebel kan, kita nak buat kita nak jadi someone
Kau macam Silverchair lah.
Silver Chair time tu juga.
Silverchair.
Tapi
yes, Silverchair tahun tu lah.
Ya.
Tahun 96. Kira kau lagi awal Silverchair. Wow.
Tapi masa tu start masa 95 lah, at that point of time of my life kan, aku dengar Michael Jackson bro. Tak ada band-band semua ni, tak ada Michael Jackson.
Betul.
I was just trying to do moonwalk semua lah.
Kan that 95 tu pun, I mean you're playing lot, mostly bukan covers lah, memang buat lagu sendiri semua kan, but it's very bad lah time kan. So tup tap PKL jumpa Ronnie, jom buat band. So I think dan kita jumpa lah band-band macam
Gila lah.
Pesawat, Joanna, you know.
It was meant to be lah I think.
It was
GP?
yeah.
GP dari band?
Baru nak buat band.
Dengar Ex-Pilot.
Dengan cerita ex-pilot. Cuba cerita sikit. Bila pergi flying school?
Pesawat since 2005 lah. 2005. So 10 years after korang punya band. So before that memang aku main underground lah. So main macam-macam band lah kan. So bila macam Pesawat really take off tu masa 2008 lah. So dia dengar lagu Mirage tu lah. Masa tu, so bila dah keluar lagu Mirage tu macam okay lah, this is it lah. Let's like be serious on the band lah kan. Macam kalau tak sebelum tu macam dapat main show gig je dah enjoy gila babi lah. So
Tapi if I remember masa korang release yang Mirage tu kan, if not dalam Airbus kan kalau tak silap,
Airplane
kan,
no,
Malaysia
it's-
Airline,
This Boeing 777.
Boeing 777.
Yes, Boeing 777.
Itu memang legend lah.
So kita dapat engage dengan
That was really amazing.
Malaysia Airlines lah. Hence the name lah, pasal nama tu kita dapat anything airline related. Masa tu kita macam and then diorang pun nak jadikan kita ni macam band angkat lah.
Betul.
Like anything yang related to dia punya event ke, shows ke ataupun dia invite kita orang. So kita orang dapat masuk kat hangar, dapat lepak kat engine.
Itulah.
So macam
Macam photoshoot sana kan.
bagi aku yang paling rare sekali masuk dekat tempat bag lah, dalam tempat luggage. dalam perut Boeing.
Patut buat video atas
Dahsyat tu.
carousel.
So tak pernah masuk kan. So macam, ni lah tempat dia orang letak bag kan. Tempat cargo tu kita orang masuk macam ni rare ni. Dia tak bagi ambil gambar situ. So kita
Dahsyat tu.
and then the cockpit tu dah memang lepak lah.
Sebab listening party tu release video clip dekat screen besar tu kan, yang dalam pesawat kan, dalam airplane
kau punya
777.
apa dia panggil tu?
Screen lah macam
dalam depan kursi kan, yang kau dia panggil tu in-flight entertainment lah.
In-flight entertainment, ya.
So kau dapat tengok video clip tu, and then all the media duduk dekat flight. The flight tu sebenarnya initially patutnya dapat terbang, tapi too costly untuk terbang. So instead of terbang, patutnya dia nak pergi France tu, patah-patah balik. Dia punya plan lah, dia punya plan. Dia plan tu patutnya pergi France.
Serious?
Flight kita nak naik tu nak pergi France. So dia macam fikir mahal sangat lah nak cater like half of the media. So dia orang instead of that, dia orang taxi dia kat situ je lah, dekat airport tu je. So after dah tayang tu, semua kena keluar lah, and then jadi lah flight biasa pergi France.
Tapi engine semua on lah, aircon semua on boleh lah. Baik tu.
Tapi tu memang masa tu rasa macam gila punya experience lah. Macam dapat pasal nama tu aku dapat Malaysia Airlines punya Boeing 77 waktu tu.
Yeah.
777, yes.
Oh, it's
But
amazing
that's
lah,
a big accomplishment kan for a
Oh,
indie
yeah.
band kan.
Yeah, but if you guys want to know, at that point of time, I think Pesawat was one of the hardworking bands lah
Agreed.
that I've met. Dorang, they work for a lot of endorsements, Twisties lah.
Yeah.
So,
Lagu Twisties tu legend tu.
macam-
Well,
Dapat main movie punya ni lah,
Ha.
Kill.
itu macam-macam lah apa
Macam
dengan
lah.
Dewan
release
dia.
lah. Because masa kita dah buat macam like I said lah, bila kita dah buat 2008 tu kita release the single tu, so kita dah decide lah actually what's next, macam korang nak setakat nak main gig saja ke ataupun want to turn it to a music business.
Yeah.
So macam kita orang masa tu masih kerja, so there's a juggling between work dengan main music, and then sama ada kau nak commit berhenti kerja. Dan full time musician. Masa tu memang demand is there lah. Cuma kita orang macam kerja pun semua okey kan. Kerja yang macam kau nak berhenti pun macam fikir 2 kali kan. So
Betul lah.
tapi bila kita dah all out tu, kita tengok apa endorsement lah, what's next. Bila kita study what I did, kita tengok okay, how do we play festival outside Malaysia, how do we get endorsement, how do we get collaboration. So dia macam naturally lah, bila kita dah ada nama tu dah keluar, banyak agak orang datang, and at the same time kita pilih mana yang sesuai.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you? Enough about Pesawat
Joanna
dah
and
long
Co.
already kan. So
Aku ingat dulu masa kita
Penang.
perform dengan before that
Oh ya,
kita
dengan Noh kan.
dengan Noh,
Hujan.
Hujan, masa ada Dimas lagi, lepas
Dengan
tu
Rangers.
dengan Rangers. So 3 band saja, tapi kita buat akustik.
kena buat
Kelana
lagi
Jaya.
tu.
Joanna and Co started first, then ini Joanna and Co.
Dekat mana?
Kelana
Dekat
Jaya.
Kelana
somewhere.
Jaya.
Like
Dekat Kelana Jaya.
shop.
Was this yang
Shop
Hujan punya Hujan and Friends tu
Ah,
ke?
Rangers.
Ada Channel V.
Rangers
Oh
punya
my
gathering.
God.
Oh no.
Ada
Channel V came afterwards yang kita jumpa dengan Abang Handsome tu.
Oh.
Yeah, I think,
That came afterwards.
semua ni kan, ni.
That was the first time kita jumpa Joe lah.
Abang Handsome. How can I forget? Oh.
Abang
Nicholas.
Handsome, Abang Nicholas.
Terus Saputra.
So
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
a little bit about Joe.
Yeah, Joanna and Co.
Macam mana?
Saya dah bermula dalam industri daripada umur 15 tahun.
What?
Sama lah.
Dalam industri. That means I started much earlier.
Ali 15 tahun buat apa ingus lagi kan.
I was in a girl group where it was made out of my cousins. All my cousins are better singers than I am. I have to say that. Betul-betul admit that. But unfortunately, diorang tak nak continue to sing. I seorang je had the passion that I want to do this, mom. I need to go all the way. My mom was very supportive, so she said lah, yeah, let's ni kan, dia akan hantar pergi jam studio.
Oh,
Dia akan hantar pergi sampai habis malam lewat semua dia tunggu.
serious.
3 tingkat kan. The
Oh my
studio
God.
kan selalu kan.
Oh, yang
kan,
SS15
ada
tu ya?
budget.
SS15 James. Oh my god. Yeah. Actually there's two. So yang dekat SS2 dengan SS15. You dekat SS15 yang
banyak
tingkat 3.
tukar-tukar. Ya, betul.
Tukar-tukar.
Tidak suara aku tak keluar.
Yeah, so basically I started off with a girl group and then we went to audition dengan Arab Left Handed.
Oh, masa masuk dah mainstream lah.
Ya, patutnya lah.
Oh, tak true lah.
Tak indie.
Tak chill lah ni, je.
That was my girl group. I was like Destiny's Child lah dulu kan. Cerita dia macam Beyonce ni.
Beyonce.
Siapa yang tetapkan nama indie pun? Siapa yang tetapkan underground? So underground memang it's supposed to be underground lah.
Kan.
Not to go on the surface. And you go on underground lah.
Semua buat kat bawah je.
Tapi sebab dah keluar, tu dah macam somebody yang bagi rebrand, oh ni indie band. Pasal kau dah keluar daripada underground. Yeah. So and then after that,
Oh, okay. And then after that, since diorang tak nak continue, I decided to go myself and whatever. But dulu
the
kan
band started?
kita kan ada MySpace.
band masih dengar Arab dah.
Tak, time
Belum
tu
lagi?
belum lagi.
Oh.
I letak I punya lagu-lagu kat MySpace. And then lagu-lagu busuk lah. Macam, I don't wanna be with you.
Ada lagi ya?
Tak ada lah dekat MySpace kan.
But it was recorded lah.
Yeah, it was
We
recorded. I
need to
put it
find
on my
this.
MySpace.
We need to find this track lah, seriously.
Busuk gila.
Aku dulu macam tu. Masa MySpace tu kan, aku akan pergi browse through band lain semua. So aku akan cuba cari jalan nak record sebab tak boleh download kan.
Ya.
So aku akan record dengan apa?
Player.
Aku boleh macam pasal nak simpan, nak akalkan, tapi quality bad lah kan.
Yalah.
Sebab some band so macam ni rare ni kalau tak simpan.
Betul.
Tapi time tu I dah record dekat Mokhtar. So you know that
Advance lah. So you champion lah ni.
Mokhtar dekat Subang. Oh my god.
I mean, speaking of recording lah, first time kan, I think I recorded 1995 tu dekat dalam bilik. A song.
Lagu name ke?
Bukan. In 1995 kan. Tajuk lagu Autumn Leaves.
Hui.
And
The falling.
lyrics kan Autumn Leaves tapi dekat Malaysia mana ada Autumn Leaves. Macam nak jadi masalah betul lah. Betul lah. Well, it's very terrible lah time tu lah.
Apa yang inspire kau buat Autumn Leaves tu?
Aku tak tahu.
nampak daun kering.
Tu aku nak buat lagu lah.
Buat lagu lah. Tapi macam Autumn Leaves tapi kau Malaysian ni kau ada Autumn Leaves you know.
Tapi masa tu kan, kalau cerita zaman tu nak buat lagu lah. Masa tu aku macam banyak buat demo kan. English boleh terkabur. So aku banyak apa macam pakai dictionary buat lagu.
Betul lah.
Actually, that's how I write my Malay songs until today.
Serius?
Balik.
Sebab Malay nak Malay
Kena
susah.
Google Translate lah. Sekarang dah advance sikit lah. Google Translate. Tolong kan.
tapi how we started, basically kebanyakan indie bands lah kita nampak lah, indie ke underground ke, diorang akan influence by barat lah, by English bands lah, English lah. So and then baru kau buat bila dah nampak break lagu Melayu tu, baru dah nak buat lagu Melayu kan. Kalau tak macam sampai sekarang kita akan jadi grunge is dead lah kan.
Yalah.
But I think when Butterfingers came out with the dorang punya Malay album, I think that one really inspired everybody kan.
That was 2000 kan? The year 2000. Yeah.
Kau rasa masa dia start OAG lah, OAG lagu Slumber tu. Tapi
OAG lah.
OAG punya Slumber punya bahasa memang Slumber sangat. Bila kau baca ni cerita siapa ni kan. Tapi Radi being dia punya apa, dia pandai nak mixkan word dengan dia punya play wordplay dia. So siapa yang pergi kaji dapat faham lah apa Radi nak cerita. Slumber Yaya, Slumber Papa.
Apa maksud dia macam.
Tapi aku dalam album tu aku suka lagu Stanza. Sekarang tak tahu lagu siapa, tapi aku suka lagu dia punya ayat dia tak pelik lah. Apa cerita tadi aku tak tahu.
Itu lepas all the yang 95 punya compilation tu ingat tak? Apa Malaysia?
Oh, 1+1 tu.
1+1 kan?
Equals
Jadi
3.
ada OAG, ada Butterfingers, ada so ada 18 lagu ke 12 lagu macam tu?
Banyak compilation. Piau.
Tak tahu. Dia yang colour grey tu dulu, black grey.
I think this is where the camera will zoom in and go creak. Macam what's this 1+1?
How come I know about Malaysian ni?
No,
Okay, nanti aku akan research nanti. Okay, nanti kita akan cari gambar tu dan I will kita letak dalam
siapa dia? Batas OAG.
Ada Batas OAG. That's how I learn Malaysian band lah dulu, Malaysian bands. So masa kita dekat Indonesia dulu, kita beli kaset and there's a Malaysian band compilation.
Aku rasa nama compilation tu They Come From Outer Space.
I think so lah. They're very English lah. Very English,
kan?
betul, very English. And we were like, wish, apa dahsyat sangat ni dari Malaysia band-band ni. So nanti aku cari dia punya ni.
Okay.
Tu lah, tapi so itu the past. So what's new with Joanna? Joanna and Co.
Joanna and Co.
Joanna and Co baru saja release album tahun lepas, August 2023.
Woohoo! Congrats.
Itu
Dan
tapi macam fresh lagi kan?
fresh
lagi kan?
fresh.
So apa cerita album tu? Cerita sikit.
Okay, sebenarnya selama ni Joanna and Co asyik buat single je. So kita decided this time around, dah umur makin meningkat ni, buatlah album. And siapa yang muda-muda kat luar tu yang tengah tengok, buatlah album. Kenapa? Sebab this actually records your journey. You have to have your discography as your profile at the end of the day. So benda tu sangat penting.
Betul.
And I wish I started earlier. I wish I did an album way back then, but unfortunately I cannot turn back time. But yeah.
So I think the reason masa kita buat single tu, banyak macam kita pun follow band luar. Dia orang keluar single tapi dia orang keluar physical single.
Betul.
So dalam single dia orang tu ada apa? Unreleased track kan, ada bonus track lah.
Betul.
So bila for me lah, for a band kena ada album. Sebab it's
Footprint
footprint like macam kau ni tunjukkan kau ni serious lah to proceed with the band kan. Kalau tak macam kau keluar single tu dia boleh hilang macam tu kan.
Betul.
Totally agree.
Because no matter how great you are, no matter how number one you are, at the end of the day, bila orang tanya berapa album dah recorded, you have nothing to answer, no profile to back you up.
To show
Still
for.
nothing.
I ada
Yeah.
5,000 single.
I've always been
Banyaknya.
single. Macam tu.
I think to justify juga lah kenapa why certain bands like us, like for example kan, need to come out with an album. Sebab when you have albums, you have more songs. Betul kan? You
Yeah.
have more songs, more people can actually listen to and actually pick which one is that can resonate ataupun diorang boleh minat lah lagu tu kan. It was one thing lah. But I think there are a few labels, they are actually asking diorang punya artists to come out with singles. This is true.
Dia sebab sekarang punya
Marketing.
marketing
It's
budget.
marketing,
Kalau
budget.
macam dulu kau buat
And,
album kau kena ada at least 30-40,000
Betul.
or
Yeah.
more lah kan. Tapi sekarang single aku rasa dalam 3,000 or
betul.
maybe
Yep.
kalau kau siap dengan video apa semua about
Yeah.
10 lah kot.
Yeah.
Kan?
But again, for us, you know, bands like this kan, memang we don't go with that rule lah.
Betul.
Because kalau boleh siapkan album, we just finish an album lah.
Sebab kau main show kau tak nak main satu lagu je.
Betul.
So
Habis
basically,
lagu, bye-bye.
imagine people like Search, bands like Search, Wings ni semua kan. Bands like Search and Wings ni semua kan, diorang main big concerts and they have albums yang
Betul
boleh
lah, yang banyak.
Dia dah lama.
banyak lagu boleh main. Kalau you asyik
Macam itu hari hujan main 40 lagu 38. Gila.
38 dah.
Larat je lah.
tak, so kalau you asyik release singles, when you have a big concert, what do you perform?
Betul.
Kan?
Betul?
Kan?
So if you want to play big stages, big concerts, keluarlah album.
Main lagu TikTok lah.
Hey.
Tapi so kau pun working on album. Tapi album dah keluar kan?
Since we I
Jap.
think
Title pun tak sebut.
ya. Your album tak
Mana?
habis lagi.
Oh, album Nostradansa.
Ada lagu siapa dalam tu juga?
Oh, okay. Kita
Saja
ada
pancing.
total 9 lagu. Kalau beli physical, ada additional lagu yang dekat dalam antara 9 lagu ni yang actually kita Joanna Echo bersama Stone Bay ada collaborate satu lagu. Of course, the songwriter and composer is OG. And lagu tu sangat best. It's totally different daripada apa yang I pernah buat sebelum-sebelum ni.
Best nanti kita review lagu tu.
Ya, betul.
So part of kita punya ni kita nak review lagu juga kan.
Sekarang ni tak available tau dekat digital platform. So kalau nak kena beli physical copy.
So far physical, we're together with
So
Joanna.
Stone Bay, since Joanna Enko release that song, is Stone Bay gonna release that song as well?
I think we actually perform dekat Flint hari tu kan, for the showcase. Basically a pre-release lah of SDK. Oh, ni Big Shot kan. So sekarang ni is going to be on Spotify, available on Spotify. But again to push it really
Tapi
big.
that one is kau punya version lah.
No, it's the
No,
same.
it's the same
It's the
version.
same version.
for digital lah.
The
So
same version.
after dah berapa berbulan, then now they can hear it on
Yeah.
digital lah.
Yeah.
Soon lah, so we're gonna upload that one to
Again,
thanks
if
to
you
Abang
want to
JP.
talk a bit about the song sikit, just a bit pun I wanted to work with Joe because I think the tone of voice lah memang sesuai. So memang bila nak cari tone voice, Joe punya suara ni memang kena lah. So you can feel that playfulness in her voice, you know. And then again lah, being friends is a bonus lagi lah kan. So to do everything
I
sekali
agree
is
with
very
the
easy lah.
playfulness sebab dulu lagu Aku Pelangi pun semua
ya.
kan.
Betul?
Kau rasa orang start cari lain apa ni kan. Dia ada apa tu? Ciki-ciki.
Chickiness.
Susah tau. Susah nak apa? Nak tukar or
Persona.
nak
Asal
tukar
dulu lain ke,
persona.
sekarang lain ke?
Sekarang dah tua sikit kan.
Oh,
So nak batang
okay.
ni nak ingat nak bawa lagu serius lah sikit. Tapi susah. Sebab whenever I buat lagu yang sedih pun dia sound happy juga bagi orang. Kini ku sepi. It's a sad song but you know people are still dancing to it.
Oh, ada
So it's hard.
Yeah. Okay.
again it goes back to the tone of voice lah
Yeah.
juga kan sometimes. But again, when it comes to choice of song
And character.
Character, yeah.
I'm a
It's
happy
your character,
person.
Joe. We tutup mata je, we tahu ni John Hancock.
John.
So ada music video lah. Nak buat?
Belum lagi.
Belum
Tak ada
lagi.
lah.
Belum lagi.
Ah,
But the thing
dengar
is,
cerita
kan,
kau nak buat.
Ha?
Kau nak buat dalam kereta lah apa benda.
Itulah nak buat. Tapi lepas tu terfikir macam nak release Selamat Datang. I think again I have that feeling where nak release Selamat Datang ke dunia aku with what's happening in the world today.
Timing macam
timing macam tak kena lah.
tak kena.
You know. Again.
So after Nostradansa, what's next from the album?
Nostradansa. Okay, so since they mentioned it's not the right time to keluarkan Selamat Datang ke Duniaku.
Not yet lah.
Not yet. Currently we are pushing our song lagu pasal Palestine. This one I wrote about Palestine in masa diorang kena bom 2018 before pandemic lagi kan. Ada 2017 ke 2018 tak ingat.
It's those years, yeah.
Yeah, so I can relate with that feeling at that time because kita semua dekat dalam pandemicnya stage kan. Sorry to say lah, but this is all propaganda. Kan. Yes, COVID is real, but the propaganda surrounding this whole thing is you feel like you are nothing. You are just a small ant compared to all these powerful people yang boleh buat macam-macam lah kat kita. Betul lah.
Boleh buat macam-macam.
I mean,
So we feel
know,
oppressed.
Yeah, and then we know who makes millions out of this. And
Oh,
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Rothschild.
Jangan start tu.
GP, so for you,
Ha.
Sawat.
Sawat. What's
What's
next
new?
for Sawat?
Pesawat macam tu je lah.
Yeah,
Jangan.
Pesawat
Merendah pula.
Ya, kita baru release new single lah. It's called Euphoria. It's happy song kan. Selama ni kita sangat dark lah. So kali ni kita keluar lagu-lagu happy. So lagu
Ini influence kawan dengan I lah kan.
yes. So
Jadi happy.
dia is a state of happiness yang melampau lah. So that's why it's called Euphoria. But you need to check out the song. The song tu memang kita nak ajak orang dance lah.
Nice.
But that one ada masih lagi ongoing promotion. The video is out already. So right. And the next one kita akan nak keluar single lagi, English number pula. Dan the album lah, the long time long awaited album. Kita dah lama plan nak buat album. So the second album kan. Hopefully this year kot. Hopefully.
Amin. Bismillah.
Dengan cerita ada masuk drama.
Drama tu biasa je.
Banyak
lagu tu
lagu
memang
drama.
lagu tu alhamdulillah dia terpilih jadi OST drama lah kan. So it's part of the TV3 punya drama. So lagu tu dia, that's why like I said lah, dia masih ongoing punya promotion.
Nice.
Dan kita bawa dekat show lah sekarang. Besides
when you say euphoria, the word is in Malay or in English? Dia punya the word.
Euphoria ni
Macam mana you spell?
you
Four.
You for the number 4. You the number 4.
Ria tu macam happy kan Ria.
R-I-A Ria.
Tak is Euphoria, EUPHORIA kan, Euphoria. So
Sekarang ni kita tak tahu kan, pelik-pelik kan. Coldplay punya album pun semua guna emoji.
kita orang
Emoji,
kalau perasan lah, pesawat cuba nak try title pendek-pendek macam Mirage. And then
Catchy,
basically Euphoria ni is a apa dia? Kesinambungan. What's called in English? Kesinambungan.
Balance ya. Balance.
Continuation.
Continuation. That's right. Yeah.
Bukan
Continuation.
kesinambungan lah tu.
Dia
Stitching kasi.
kan dia punya
Translate.
kalau macam lagu Mirage tu kau tengok dia siang malam tercari-cari
Ya,
mimpi kan. So Euphoria ni kau dah jumpa dah apa yang kau cari. So the lyric is kau kena dengar lah. Lirik dia apa yang kau cari tak jumpa dah.
Kita kena review lagu tu juga.
So Euphoria, aku rasa semua orang tengah cari Euphoria. So that's the state that korang nak try to achieve.
Faham.
Euphoria tu kalau betul, state of being in drug induced.
Yes.
It can be that. It can be that.
It can be that.
But
It can be that juga.
in a good way lah for your
Dia
song.
macam kau tak disebut lah kan. Censored pula. Apa tak tersebut tadi. Dia macam kau ni contoh macam kau nak dapat kerja baru kan. So Then
State of euphoria.
Apa lah korang. Ni, tengah main show. Crowd tengah kasih vibes balik gila-gila kan. Oh, you feel that high.
Yeah.
That's the stage
part.
of euphoria. Turun
dia macam-
stage rasa puas.
Adrenaline
Itu
juga.
itu dia.
Yes, that's your state of euphoria lah.
Yes.
Nanti kita try lah kalau korang nak review kan.
Kita kena review.
Boleh.
Kita kena review tu.
Lagu dah masuk karaoke dah.
Tu lah lagu tak masuk karaoke. Bila aku tahu pun. Polis ni.
That's another way of promotion kan. Banyak orang janji Saturday Sunday pergi karaoke.
Habis sekarang cerita pasal digital kan. Semua lagu accessibility tu dah senang kan. So macam lagu Stupid pun dah ada dekat digital platform. And then Joanna Anko dulu nak kena beli CD. So right now dah ada dekat platform. Dulu kita pergi kat MySpace. Back then macam kita put stuff yang raw lah dekat MySpace. Jarang lah orang letak yang macam end product. Maybe a few lah kan, maybe a few tracks lah. So sekarang apa kau rasa macam in terms of selling dan versus of having it for free for you to listen kan? Apa kau rasa? Kau nak rasa kau patut ke tak follow dia punya apa ni, bandwagon untuk letak lagu-lagu for free untuk orang dengar, so kau generate income from other ways?
I think for new bands kan, new bands especially out there, usually the free way is the highway lah orang cakap, because you need people to listen, you need to capture your song properly, and then that's where people get to go to your shows kan, and you start selling merchandise or whatever lah. But it has always to have to start with that. Okay, I'm giving you some teasers. Kalau you awal-awal jual, kadang-kadang it depends. It's very subjective juga. Kadang-kadang sometimes people sekali one hit, it's like famous terus kan.
Aku ada satu band tu, ada approach aku kan, dia cakap okay, saya main muzik, saya nak kaya. So kan aku macam
Dia cakap dengan kau ni?
Cakap aku lah. So aku cakap bukan tak boleh. If ada rezeki kau tu, but dia ada steps lah. Dia tak boleh macam but right now aku rasa senang pasal kau viral, kau popular, pak million stream ke, more than millions, then insyaAllah kau boleh kaya lah kan. Tapi the first thing aku cakap dia, don't aim for kaya lah, aim for apa.
Sekejap, dia main band ke? Dia mainstream ke dia nak main band? Dia nak main band ke dia dah dalam the mainstream punya?
Belum dia baru nak main band. So,
Okay.
dia dah ada band
tapi
lah.
dia dah bercita-cita nak jadi kaya.
Yes.
Kita punya number one band kat Malaysia apa? Yang indie? Hujan lah.
Indie.
Masdo.
Masdo. I like Masdo.
Masdo.
best lah.
Hujan. Okay, selagi tak
I think Masdo is making money lah. So macam tadi lah, viral factor lah. Once lagu dia dah viral, dia letup. So nak kata Masdo kaya raya, aku tak tahulah. I don't know. Maybe not yet. Maybe dia dah comfortable. Ada income
bagi
yang
I
sedap.
definisi kaya tu 40 tahun dah boleh duduk rumah, beli island, buat investments, goyang kaki.
Macam kat Indonesia macam mana ni?
Itu lah.
Macam kalau satu band tu dia ada one hit wonder pun, like indie bands lah. You talking about indie band, not mainstream band lah. So satu lagu letup kat Indonesia, kau rasa dia orang kaya tak?
Kaya. So we're talking about
Kaya tak, Indonesia lain population.
We're talking about population 200 million.
Ya.
Ramai ya?
Ramai.
Semua kat mana?
20 million dia yang
Aku
dengar
nampak.
settle.
I see.
200 million Indonesia. 20 million
20% cukup ah.
Cukup. Dewa boleh besar bukan pasal dia besar dekat Canada, US semua, mana ada.
So sama macam Masdo lah. So Masdo dah breakthrough dekat Indonesia.
Indonesia.
So that's why dia sekarang making money now.
Yes,
kan?
exactly. Tapi dia break pun just a community je, masih community, belum the wider ini je. Macam Dewa dah wider kan. Dia dah 3 generation dah dengar. So us, anak kita yang sekarang ini and our dad last time dah dengar Dewa, dah dengar Gigi, dah dengar.
Tapi sana tak ada royalty semua ada sana?
Ada.
Ada lah.
Ada. Nanti,
Oh, so dia
macam finally ada lah sekarang MNCP. Tapi Dewa dulu besar sebab shows. Dia main show je, dia dah letak harga. Starting masa tu dia dah letak 70 juta for example. Now dah 200 juta. Ada 1M something lah, 1 million rupiah.
I mean, going back to your question tadi kan, with the you have to sell your song macam mana kan, whether it's free or you have to put a price.
Yeah.
Kan, for us as band kan, kalau kita nak cari a band or music, how do you listen to? Spotify we stream ataupun you go
Betul.
to
Kalau kau
YouTube.
tak letak, kau missing out lah kot.
Betul
kan?
kan?
Kalau kau tak letak lagu kau, orang rasa macam kau ni tak serius lah.
But it's available, you see. The thing that makes it valuable where you can actually pay for it, physical lah. Kalau ke CD ke. So again, that question yang you say whether you should put it for free for especially for bands yang baru kan, I think
Aku rasa
it has to be available first.
Aku rasa dia memudahkan lah. Looking at going back macam zaman kau keluar band dulu, kau nak main show kau kena ada demo tape. Demo kaset ke apa, and then kau kena jaja. Macam kita orang tu kena pergi jumpa organizer, bang dengar band kita orang bang.
Betul.
Tapi rekod memang barai lah kan. Memang tak apa-apa.
8-track tu.
Betul. Lepas tu aku rekod pakai mini kompor letak kat jamming studio. Bagi gitu. Jadi ada bunyi kan. Lepas tu bagi. Lepas tu bagi kat organizer dengar ke tak tahu lah. Tapi that's how we try to get shows lah.
Same thing
So right now accessibility. Bila accessibility senang, dia jadi lambakan. Dia jadi banyak. So macam orang organizer pun macam
yang mana viral lah.
mana yang popular, mana yang banyak stream
follower,
So
mana
kau tak bagi chance dekat yang orang tak pernah dengar ni, tapi lagu gempak gila. So dia macam mana tu? Macam mana kita nak win that thing kan? Type kat bawah.
Type kat bawah.
Bagi komen kat bawah. Macam mana kita nak bagi balance benda tu, pasal walaupun senang tapi susah nak dapat show.
Yalah, in theory kita dah tahu what we need to do, tapi bila execution tu lain cerita lah, seriously.
Sebab selling aku faham. Macam kau put the price, ada orang sanggup bayar untuk kau punya physical stuff, vinyl ke merchandise, and then even digital pun ada orang sanggup simpan. Macam iTunes kan, kau boleh beli iTunes, kau boleh simpan dalam phone. So ada yang macam hardcore fan, aku beli lah support band ni. Tapi sekarang trend orang support band tu, aku rasa it's coming back. Tapi in terms of buying kau punya stuff, aku rasa dia masih kecil lagi.
Ada tapi kecil lah. I mean not that big.
So kau tak boleh jual CD kau print 2,000, kau expect to sell to sold out lah.
Tak boleh
Kan?
100 pun jangan fikir. Sebab
So
everything
sekarang
is
jual
free
100
now.
je.
Tak adalah. Kita tak adalah print 100. Kita print dalam ratus-ratus jugalah. Kan, tapi
Batch by batch lah.
we do batch by batch. And then because if you think about it, like everything is free now. You can get music for free in YouTube and stuff like that.
I check out all my music pun dekat YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sekarang Spotify lah.
who
Once in a while we get lucky, somebody took a video of us and uploaded, and then we get known for it again.
Macam dulu nak discover band Indonesia pun susah tau kan. Sekarang ni accessibility kan. Band yang rare yang kau nak dengar, so nanti kita try review some lah kan.
Nanti kita review.
Itulah senang, tapi kau tak kenal band ni. Tapi ada juga benda yang bagus ni, macam band ni kita tak kenal pun, tapi streaming dia kau-kau kan. Lepas tu bila main show sold out, ni siapa shoot kan?
Betul.
So dia macam adalah dia ada win-win situation, ataupun kau kena ada plan untuk macam mana nak gunakan apa yang kau ada. Betul tak?
Stone Bay dah lama buat album kan. Masa Simurai Penipu tu dah album kan.
Our first EP lah that one.
Dengan
Was that EP or album?
EP. Dulu kita buat 5 lagu
and then under Tune Studios hari tu recorded. So we had like how many songs lah?
Oh my god, kita ada banyak sekarang.
Banyak songs
tapi itulah, we have to.
Tu ada benda baru kan, bisa SKDK.
SDK.
Selamat datang ke duniaku.
SKDK senang sikit. Sekolah Kebangsaan Duniaku.
But
Dan anggota.
Sekolah dara dalam kota. Sekolah dara.
But itu je lah, when you're in need bands kan, I think we fell into that trap. Bila ada satu lagu kan kita nak release whatever, and then kita overthinking. So Stone
That's
Bay
what happened to pesawat kan. Album lama gila tak keluar kan.
Because you overthink. Tapi I think from one comment that I saw from Jennifer Thompson, you dah buat lagu you kan, buat record, release.
Aku ada satu baca satu artikel tu.
Honestly, I've seen your buku ni kan, buku lirik you, and then you perform dekat that the first ever Unify punya whatever, what's that, live Facebook,
yes.
Kan? Semua banyak lagu-lagu baru, semua best I rasa. And I macam, oh my god, why are you keeping all this?
Kenapa?
Tapi kadang-kadang I faham musician ada benda perfectionism tu.
Yes.
Yang
And then
takkan puas hati.
betul. And then part of that because I think when Ronnie left to Jakarta,
Wow.
I mean berbalik Indonesia. So
Why?
Yelah,
John Lennon punya Paul McCartney itu tak ada. So you know but
and then
itu
again,
part of it lah.
Aku cerita daripada zaman 95 sekarang, ada yang kahwin lah,
Betul.
kerja lah, ada yang nak
Anak lah.
Anak lah sekarang.
So you have to juggle all that, you know, in a way. So, but I think this year 2024 looks like a very good.
Tapi Transistor aku ada baca satu artikel pasal keeping your song tu, pasal just release it. Dia pasal dekat US lah. Ada beberapa orang ada macam that band-band yang ada nama having that problem now. So diorang tengah nak just release tanpa nak fikir nak bagikan dia gempak.
Betul.
So
Betul.
bila aku baca tu macam okey lah, aku kena buat benda ni lah.
You might never know, you know.
Aku kena buat, aku tak payah fikir lah aku nak masukkan apa, bunyi robot ke, bunyi string ke apa semua kan.
Rasah je.
I mean, ini bukan kita nak advice to other bands out there. It's
Cincai,
also for us as well.
bukan cincai lah.
Bukan cincai lah.
Dia maksudnya sampai satu level macam dah siap, tapi kita nak tambah rencah lagi. Kan? Nak bagi dia lagi macam buat masakan lah.
Itu ya overthinking lah. Itu dia dah keluar.
Actually,
I
aku
think
dengar.
like-
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying yang
Tekan buzzer.
Yeah.
my turn. Tak ada lah.
Sila.
No, aku dengar Oji memang totally different lah in a way kan. I'm more of a supporting role sebenarnya. So
Ya, kau feeder lah.
aku
Humble.
dari dulu selalu macam because he always thinks about the
Kau lah
songs
Paul
and
McCartney sebenarnya kan. Tapi sebenarnya kau ada lagu-lagu
Sanada.
best. Kau ada lagu-lagu yang best tapi kau tak nak keluarkan.
Kau tengok Paul McCartney dah keluar dah.
Tapi kalau aku join dengan Paul, aku suka Paul. Tak, bukan Beatles lah, bukan korang.
No lah, kita tu banyak sangat fikir actually. We think about it a lot lah. Masa tune dulu kita record dulu tapi we never thought about the next steps. So that 5 years when I was in Jakarta, tengah handle my parents semua kan, taking care of my parents, I was thinking, and then Malik my son makin besar, I have to something to show for lah, jangan kerja sahaja lah kan.
Betul.
And then OG pun dari Syabil, Selina ni ada Sida, 3 orang anak, we have to show something lah. That's why
Yeah.
aku balik sini, I had a mission lah. Aku nak balik KL.
I feel that. My children at one point I was
Dah ada
working.
anak,
Dua. At one point my children
Mahmuda.
bagi RM5 dekat I
okay.
because I was working all the time. My son gave me RM5. Mommy, can I buy your time?
Alah.
You stay home. And stuff like that. Yeah, so I was like, oh man.
So did you charge?
But that,
Sorry.
knowing a businesswoman, I negotiated. Tak adalah.
I understand. We understand.
Kan?
Yeah.
So and then I decided macam, okay, you know what, if I have to be a stay home mom, I want to be a legendary stay home mom. I have to leave something for them,
Betul.
for them to remember if I pass on one day, kan. And then until today, diorang macam kalau driver bus sekolah datang macam, is that your mom? Your mom doesn't go to work. Dan diorang macam secret tau. Macam diorang ingat I ni Lady Gaga ke Katy Perry yang macam famous gila kan. You cannot ask anything about my mom. It's top secret.
Wow. Okay.
Very rehearsed. Very rehearsed answer.
When the teacher asks what does your parents do, my dad is a businessman. My dad is a businessman. But my mom, you cannot know. You cannot know. They're so scared to tell anyone.
But I think, I mean, since dah keluar produk your album semua kan, I think that shows for something. I think your kids will be very proud of it. I mean, I don't know. I feel that.
No, they
macam
think
tu,
that they are at a point where they think that I'm such a rock star
There you go.
that they cannot tell anyone who their mother is. That sampai tahap macam tu but I just tell lah your mom I'm a singer kan. Cannot. Later they come to the house want to take picture with you. Padahal diorang tak tahu kan. Malaysia ni kecil je.
I think macam case apa Dave Grohl kan. Anak dia macam bapak dia Dave Grohl kan. Dia malah nak cerita kan. Member tanya bapak kau Dave Grohl ke? Tak ada lah, mana ada.
Tapi
dia ada same case
but my daughter kan, she's 9 years old kan. Tapi kalau if I have a kekosongan untuk promoter atau marketing kan, I'll take my daughter lah, because dia dah tunjuk si Murai Penipu punya video, music video to the teachers. Oh, ni ayah saya. I was like, wah, pandai dia promote. Dengan ustazah dia semua. So it's like, ini ayah saya. But to me it's like, of all the fans that I have kan, I think your kids lah can actually tell you, hey Daddy, you're doing right, or Daddy, you're doing wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
They inspire a lot lah.
Betul.
For me, it's about that lah. I mean, they see what we do, right? If we accomplish something, they will finish whatever they start as well. InsyaAllah lah. Mudah-mudahan itu yang kita boleh berikan kepada dia. Like when we take care of our parents, for example, they go, oh, nanti kalau besar I need to take care of my parents juga ni, so we need to show them lah.
Betul.
So dia main music ke?
Malik plays the piano.
Wow. The kids? Break dance.
Nope. My children all ikut my husband, so
Businessman, right.
None of them. They're entrepreneurial. They will
Smart.
negotiate.
Itu smart.
A lot.
That's where the money is.
Anak aku minat music kan? Yes.
Minat music kan?
Music kan? Music kan? Dia orang
A boy and a girl as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Dia orang sekarang berlawan lah, 2 orang. Tak ada berlawan, dia macam abang dia ajar adik kan. So adik
Piano,
aku tak ajar
right?
langsung. Aku ajar abang a bit lah, like macam chord ni. So dia orang pick up sendiri lah.
Nice.
Tak adalah macam proper belajar kan, tak ada. Tapi dia orang belajar sendiri. Itu hari dia main lagu kan. Main lagu Muse no.
That's the thing kan, when the kids kan, they play something that you are also you like also kan. Macam
Yeah.
sekarang dia main Go Play lah kan, macam dia main piano, main Go Play kan. So yang lagu Muse tu pasal aku tak tahu dia dengar kat mana kan. So cakap kau main lagu Muse No lah dia betul. Bagi dengar sounds the same. Oh yeah, maybe I heard it somewhere. Maybe dia dengar aku so
Okay, time for us to review lagu. That was so lame. It was supposed to be a drum like bedum.
Oh yeah.
Serumpun satu nada.
Okay, the main thing kita buat podcast ni, one of the main agenda is to bring up new acts lah. Kita nak ketengahkan new acts ni. So dengan cara kita review lagu ataupun kita review band. So minggu ni kita orang pilih. So mungkin minggu depan korang boleh bagi suggestion, kita akan tengok. So kalau apa yang kita review minggu ni, kalau band tu best ke kan, so mungkin kita boleh ajak dia orang lepak sekali dengan kita orang borak kan.
Maybe we can bring your favorite bands up to our podcast. Welcome back. And kita sekarang ni ada segmen untuk review lagu-lagu baru dan artis baru ke. Inilah segmen
something that captured our hearts lah.
Senada review.
Okay, okay, lagu pilihan minggu ini ya. Kita telah memilih satu lagu yang aku rasa ada maksud lah. Lagu ni nama dia Aku Nak Kaya by the band called Terror. So kalau korang belum pernah dengar band Terror, go and check out the band dekat all digital.
How do you spell Terror?
Terror Terror. So terror kan macam kita punya
not
slang.
Terror.
Terror gila.
Terror gila.
Power lah, terror.
So terror ni dia yang Aku Nak Kaya ni bukan single kot. Dia single dia Hang Lok Lak, the first one. So they've been around for quite some time. And then the second single, lupa lah title. There's another single lah. So yang tapi dalam album, dalam EP diorang ni, aku suka lagu Aku Nak Kaya tu lah. Pasal lagu Aku Nak Kaya tu dia punya lirik dia macam satirical lah. Dia macam apa, sindir. Betul dia punya melodi pun. Di sini macam you being and like miskin. Dia sebenarnya like opposite lah. Dia sebenarnya miskin, sebab tu dia nak kaya. So macam mana nak kaya? Sebab ada banyak-banyak halangan lah. So kau kena dengar lagu tu lah. I think one of dari segi melodi dia easy listening lah.
Kita boleh dengar sekarang.
So nanti kita korang check out sikit lah dia punya snippets. Kita play kan?
Then after that kita play the song. Okay.
Ada dengar lah.
Dengar.
Tak ada nak dengar. Tak masuk nanti.
It has that rawness. That raw.
Sincere lah. Bagi aku lirik dia sincere lah.
Tapi I rasa macam this is a common thing dari dengan band-band sekarang kan. Banyak yang sound-sound macam ni.
But again, it has that inilah. It always has that sincereness. Yeah.
Betul.
Guitar work is okay.
So what do you think dia punya
For this band, bila first time dengar kan, I think it reminds me of a certain band lah. But again,
band apa tu?
Macam Iqbal M juga.
Sama.
Kan?
Betul. That's why I say it's a common. It's a common thing nowadays. Banyak band want to sound like Iqbal lah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's just that you.
The first thing because Iqbal M you tahu lah, dia punya sound pun you dah macam bila dengar je, it's very strong.
Betul.
Okay.
But again, I have to comment on the whole recording of this band. Dia nampak dia punya sincerity, you know, dia punya rawness tu ada. The guitar works pun not bad juga.
So dia main alternatif rasa. Aku rasa dari segi genre dia main alternatif. So dia macam campur-campur of influence of 90s band. Aku rasa lah dari segi
Can hear.
Kan,
Kalau aku dengar dia macam ada Adam sikit Indonesian.
Ya betul.
So the guitar works. Aku boleh dengar dah tadi from the guitar pun most probably dia guna macam British type of instrumental.
Hence why David.
They're very new, which is great. I mean, it's good that they want to explore those kind of.
Kadang-kadang bands tak suka bila kita compare them to the band. No. It's not a bad thing. It's basically kita compliment lah. I mean, you know, you're doing something great as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So do you think the song boleh masuk ke commercialism dia, boleh masuk radio, TV?
I have to disagree with OG. Sorry lah kan. Tapi I rasa identity is a very important thing. If you want to stand out, you have to sound different.
Tapi band ni macam saya ni bukan single dia orang. If you looking at other songs dia memang lain-lain. So I choose this song sebab dia punya lirik. Dia punya lirik dia very stand out. So macam dia santai, dia nak sindir orang.
Refreshing lah.
So macam the way macam dulu kalau kita tengok zaman-zaman dulu kan, zaman-zaman Piramli, lagu banyak sindir. Sindir lagu zaman Ismail Saleh kan. Dia sindir tapi dia sindir berlapik. So kalau macam ni berlapik zaman sekarang lah. Dia ada cerita pasal
Don't come for me kan. I'm just giving my honest review. Tak boleh lah semua benda 100% betul lah.
Okay it's fine. So macam berlapik tu dia punya lirik dia cakap dia nak kaya. Tapi macam mana nak kaya pasal dia kena tahan polis dan something like that kan.
So ada story lah. Ada
story boleh relate juga kan. I think for some people boleh relate.
So I think that's the song for this week lah. So korang kena check out Terror. Maybe give them a chance. Sebab aku rasa
betul.
Terror dah main gig semua. Maybe it's about time for Terror to be so Terror.
Tapi band ni band baru kan?
Band baru, yes, band baru.
baru.
But the band member mix lah. Ada yang dah lama main music, ada yang baru main music. But I know them lah. Diorang memang ada around in the scene lah.
Nice.
Tapi Joe, going back tadi lah when you disagree kan. So dulu kita orang pun sound ala-ala macam
I was about to say that. Give them a couple of give them some time to find their spot, their identity. So I think one day they will stand out.
Betul.
On their own ni lah kan, on their own music punya identity.
Betul. Yang penting dia kena consistent kan.
Betul.
I think
just keep on
Yes.
going
yes.
Okay.
Alright, we need
and
to
evolving.
Okay kan, kau main tu okay?
Okay.
Kan, sambil-sambil aku cakap.
Alright.
Tadi tu okay? Hi guys, I think we're gonna wrap up today's session. So before that, kita nak say some appreciation note lah kepada
Gratitude.
kepada sponsors kita. Thanks to of course the venue Flynn for sponsoring us the podcast. Woohoo! Sponsoring the podcast venue, right? And everything lah.
Yep.
Tanpa Flynn, kita takkan berada di sini.
Betul.
Flynn ni is a cafe located dekat The Curve. Kalau korang pernah pergi The Curve, dulu zaman-zaman dulu memang happening lah. Every weekend kena pergi The Curve pasal ada live band dekat satu tempat ni lah. So now the place is Flynn. Yeah.
So this place is like home lah. Curve ni, I think for every musicians yang especially dekat Klang Valley ni, when they go to Curve, this is what they remember lah when it comes to musician, indie bands lah especially. So sekarang Flynn, we were hoping that Flynn could be the next hub for musicians and indie and arts.
Next hub lah for like a few weeks ago satu band ni dia buat showcase. Nama band tu Stone Bay.
Masya Allah.
Band mana tu?
So before Stone Bay kita ada Iqbal M, ada few acts lah macam
Noah Saleh, and then we had some newcomers, Kate Cody, Lily Jana, and then lepas Stone Bay ada stand up comedy.
How was it? Kena pergi?
Gila babi je. Rugi kau tak datang. Tapi yang paling penting Flynn ni tempat makan lah. Flynn dia tempat makan yang cozy. Kalau kau rasa macam nak pergi macam Avatar punya tempat kan, dia macam out of this world sikit. So the food dia rasa sedap.
Sambal dia is out of this world.
Lepas tu yang paling penting kopi dia. So kopi dia kau kena try. Dia lain. And kalau korang macam nak switch to local brand, Flynn punya coffee is the
Betul. I think the first time when kita lepak dekat Flynn kan, I think that's the first thing that we actually notice. It's that very cozy. And then especially kita ni dah tua sikit kan. So it's very family and very cozy and family lah. Kalau nak makan-makan kat sini lah.
Speak for yourself. Aku masih muda lah.
Untuk orang macam I yang tak minum kopi, sambal dia is the specialty also. It's traditional.
minum sambal. Wow.
Makan. Minum sambal. Actually I tak makan pedas juga. So
Minum sambal pun boleh kan. Siapa yang suka minum sambal boleh datang Flynn. Alright,
Okay.
next week korang komen lagu apa nak review. So maybe kita, kalau banyak lagu kita boleh review cepat-cepat kan. So
Betul.
kita bagi chance. So banyak lagi band kita nak review. Check out.
Yeah, agreed. Okay.
thank you for watching.
Until the next
So
episode.
terimalah episod 1. Nanti kita akan tambah lagi whatever segment akan yang sesuai. Thank you korang. Yang kita borak-borak. Harap-harap enjoy lah. So,
Alright. Us signing off the first episode.
See you.
Sonada.
Senada.
Work in progress.
Gila.
Alright, Jun.